Quick disclaimer, everybody. Yes, we are very much aware that the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is now a thing. As a matter of fact, this here session of Sonic Adventure is being recorded on the exact same day of its release. However, we have plans to cover that ourselves, and we will be keeping any talk of that as minimal as possible for this playthrough, if non-existent. So, just thought we'd let you know, just to be on the safe side. With that all said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Select your character.
Amy set fire to my area, and now I just hate her again, like all over again. I don't like her for setting fire to my whole entire area.
I knew there was a reason to dislike Amy.
How can you prove that she was the one that burnt your whole village down?
Her hammer.
Because it's on fire still right now, and I see her smiling in the background.
Everyone just stares at Amy. She's like, Brother Man told me to!
Dude!
No, I was gonna say, if not that, everyone just stares at Amy.
Like one time!
Oh, like you haven't had trouble with the grill before.
Anyway, off she goes.
Amy, you dumb bitch.
So, that said, Amy Rose. She had her debut in Sonic CD, and beyond a whole bunch of other spin-offs, this would be her other big time to shine, with a complete makeover, too.
Mm-hmm. So here she has been living in Central Station.
Station Square.
Station Square.
God,
Why do I
get
keep
a
thinking Central
towel,
Station?
Amy, for fuck's sakes, get a towel.
Is this... I wonder what zone this is meant to be.
That might be Palm Tree Panic, and I think that might be, Metallic Madness.
Yeah, Metallic Madness.
Oh, okay.
Though, I mean, obviously they're using assets from Sonic Adventure, so they're just there to pretend that they're those particular zones.
Yeah.
Get a damn towel.
Oh.
Oh.
I want to play Sonic CD now, thank you very much.
No problem.
Where'd the sun go?
I mean, honestly, give it a few months, Doug, you'll get to play it again, but you also get to play as Amy.
Yeah, I'd rather play with my boy. With mods.
Oh yeah, I think this is the first time we get to see this FMV.
Yep, because this is when the egg carrier flies straight above the city. Look, everybody, it's the chicken from outer space.
Whack.
That's a duck.
Whack.
I can't do the whole thing. Anyway, you get the idea.
The chicken that pretended to be a duck.
Whack.
But alas, yeah, no, this is a pretty big deal. But that's not the only bird that was flying around the sky that day.
Nope.
Ow!
She got assaulted
Sorry, just the
by a
delivery of that
bird.
scream.
She got punked by a little flicky.
I think it's dead, Amy, and
Whoa,
it's your
what was that
fault. Just like the fire is your fault.
Well, to be fair,
So,
the flicky...
ladies-
Oh, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's pretend for a moment that Zero here is Sammy right now.
Yeah, that's me. That's me about to come over and destroy her because I'm fed up.
I will destroy you, and then I will take the bird.
Oh lordy.
Damn,
Fortunately, the robot-
and she calls me a creep. Rude, absolutely rude.
Where'd she go?
Where'd you go?
I could have sworn she was in there. If only I had hands to open the doors. Wait. And he just, again, the freaky Wii Shop, the Wii Shop channel's loading screen plays
Oh yeah,
top
on its
of his head.
eyes. Which I loved that little thing back then.
That's just my go-to when it comes to people trying to process exactly what exactly they're
All
trying
that.
to do.
That was always such a weird thing. Was it Fractale?
Yeah, that was Fractal. But alas,
Sir, why are you extending your arms to me?
Oh, that's not a real person, though.
he wants a hug.
Hoist him up.
Oh my God!
Wait, what?
Now take him to the docks.
It's a mannequin.
I honestly thought you were gonna... Oh, you did what I thought you were gonna do.
What a menace to society.
All he was doing was sitting there going, "Buy my book, buy my book."
Buy my burgers.
I want my damn burgers.
Just
So-
remember.
So, Amy and the bird go through Station Square one day when their other friend, the little girl next door, said that she saw Sonic.
Oh, then let's go see him.
I think you went into the hotel. You might want to break into his door.
And then Amy's like, dingly, 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 it's time to go meet
guys.
my hero.
Don't ever say that.
Dingly, dingly, dingly.
But that's right. Yeah, that's part of why it could be argued that Amy's is probably one of the shortest because it takes place halfway through Sonic's campaign.
It takes place halfway through Sonic's campaign, and beyond that, she has the least amount of levels out of every character.
Speaking of Sonic,
Oh my god, look at that cute ass. I love it.
And I will once again say I need to go back and listen to the original Japanese because it's funny. Because when she sees Sonic, she says, "Oh, my hero." In the Japanese, she just goes, "Yay!" It just kind of like comes around. And
Yeah.
Please show that to me later.
I'll find the clip here. But anyway,
What's your
Come
problem,
on.
Sonic? Why won't you let me look at Day ass?
You know, I think I want to die.
I guess it is weird. Like, I mean, nowadays we see it as like, you know, I mean, up until recently, it was kind of standard where like, you know, Sonic is always being bothered by Amy over and over again. But like, but here, like, is he just like, does he just feel obnoxious? Does he find her obnoxious? Does he just?
I find her obnoxious.
I don't know. I know you do, but
I mean, yeah, you clearly do.
Well, in this instance, it's a matter of, like, Sonic is just has... I'm trying to think of how to word it.
He has more important things to worry about than a random teenage girl's feelings for him.
fair.
He's like, catch these feelings.
Random teenage girl. Ouch.
She is a random teenage girl, technically.
Teenage.
I got scared for a second when I saw the red screen.
Well, at the very least, Sonic was courteous enough to wait for her there.
That's the idea, Sonic. And
I love how he just waves at it.
And it would have been a very easy victory, but alas, Amy had to distract him with a message.
heart.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me, Amy?
It's
are
a theme
you
park.
fucking kidding me with this?
Amy, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Okay, this
No.
makes a bit more sense, because you have, like, the monitor there that could have been saying it, whereas in Sonic's campaign, she was literally looking at nothing and just making the assumption you couples get him free.
I'm convinced that if this was to be remade in this day and age with slightly rewritten dialogue, I could totally see her be playing it off as an excuse of saying, "Hey, we could evade that robot in here."
Maybe, yeah.
You know who Amy and Sonic are reminding me of, and I think Doug will get it.
Oh no.
My
I'll be right back, guys. I need to grab something.
our mutual
Okay.
friends, Anthony and Bun. That is literally kind of their dynamic to an
Christ.
extent.
Yeah, it really
Well,
is.
while you reminisce on that, what is Amy's major gameplay gimmick as far as this game goes?
So Amy's gameplay loop is as followed. You're trying to reach a getaway balloon at the very end of the level, while also trying to avoid the same robot that's constantly been hounding us since the very beginning of the story.
Yep, more or less.
And he is a persistent son of a gun.
Yeah?
There are various things you can do, but also, and I don't
Like
know.
if you thought that Nemesis
Oh.
was a pain in Jill's, Zero is more or less the same to Amy.
All right.
That's a bit sumptuous on Jill's end.
I don't know.
Or excuse me. Well, I mean, excuse me. A pain in the ass. Would that
In
be
the
more
ass.
appropriate?
I think that's fair. I mean, a pain in the would feel
I'm back.
would be worse than the weird.
You don't know. No, a pain in the would be for Leon when he's trying to escort Ashley to safety.
Right.
A,
Oh,
pain,
so-
a pain in
Did I
the
miss anything?
is literally Amy in general in the earlier years.
Okay, so to reiterate for I'll give an abridged version for Seely's sake. Whoop. An abridged version for Seely's.
Watch out for them trapdoors.
Okay, so an abridged version for Seely's sake, Amy's levels are basically trying to reach this balloon to safety to get away from this robot that's chasing after her and the bird she found earlier.
Yep.
That's
but
more or less all you need to know.
and then the other thing I was going to say for historical purposes, because I don't know if this game ever explains it, is what's with the new hardware that Amy's like rocking here on her adventure?
Hardware. That's just a simple children's toy. It's a squeaky hammer.
Oh,
It's a squeaky hammer that Harley Quinn would have.
But yeah,
I guess when you put it that way, that makes sense.
that is the Pico Pico hammer, which Amy can use to attack
Get in the
enemies,
barrel.
and she can use it to attack things, and when she's at full speed, she could slam it into the ground to do like a little flip.
Yeah, hammer vault.
did you know this game has a stealth mechanic with the barrels?
Supposedly. I mean, I guess the idea is that they were planning to make Amy more of like a stealth-oriented gameplay style, but again, this game had a very rushed development. They probably didn't have enough time to implement all they want to.
Where'd
So
you
it's
go?
just a simple A to B affair.
Wow.
Which, for Amy, I'm just going to be completely real here. My biggest problem with her gameplay is that she's very sluggish. I can understand that she can't run as fast as Sonic, because, you know, naturally, that's mostly Sonic's gimmick. He's the one that goes fast and blazing all over the place with his spin dash. All Amy can really do is just whack things with her hammer.
Yeah. Well, Sonic lost us, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh well, say la vie. I guess that is one thing that's kind of funny about Amy having a hammer this time around, is that technically she had, like, her first time actually rocking that thing was in Sonic the Fighters, but now it's been put to practical use in a proper Sonic game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no.
Why?
This fucker just don't give up.
Hooray!
That's a big shadow.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
By the way, a quick little something I forgot to mention. This little bucket of bolts here, his full name is technically Zero, but, well, okay, his actual code name is Zero. In full, he's actually the very first of the E100 series.
Oh.
Yep.
Which we'll get more into later once we get to Gamma's campaign.
Excuse me.
Like, this guy, for all intents and purposes, is pretty much Eggman's very first, for lack of a better word, prototype.
I have acquired the hedgehog. Now I must reach the spot.
The spot.
The spot.
Oh, good. Well, now we're in prison, just like that.
Aw, look at her. Pet
Yeah.
burb.
This is, I guess, assuming the whole tractor beam. Sonic, help me! And oh, speaking of,
Protect the bird.
Speaking of Gamma,
Gamma has just been instructed to interrogate the prisoner.
yep, E102 Gamma, he is on the case to interrogate Amy for the
bird.
What's the word? Yeah, for the bird.
The wishes of the doctor.
Give me the bird.
Bird.
Give me the bird.
It was too easy to not add that.
Yeah, it's too easy. Everyone's made the joke. We're not going to say it again.
Please.
Even though I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Doug and Sammy are doing at this exact
Oh,
moment.
wait,
What?
was their dress like flying up a second?
Yeah.
You're giving him the bird.
I'm giving him more than the bird.
I don't know if I want to know what more is.
Sammy, no, put your pants back on.
Jeez.
Like, jeez, how's it a little more dignity than that?
No.
At least compared to Amy here.
No.
Like, listen, I like the dress as much as everybody else, but you probably should wear some shorts underneath all that.
Oh, the camera
You're-
pushing.
You're assuming I dress like Amy.
On purpose.
No.
Uh-oh, the robot was programmed with feelings.
What is
Somehow.
Baby, don't hurt me.
love? Don't hurt me.
I pity you.
No more. No more.
Meanwhile,
Now watch as the Flicky here teaches Gamma the true meaning of love.
Look into my eyes.
Pepper.
Speed up. As for what's going on here, it's actually something really deep and kind of like actually kind of touching for a Sonic story, but we won't learn more about what actually is going on here until Gamma's actual line.
The most we'll say on the matter without going into too much detail. Remember what Eggman's badniks are run off of. Mm-hmm. They actually touch upon that to a much more deeper level in this game.
Jesus, her dress is like going
Yeah.
up. She is ready.
I was about to say that's like I don't remember that happening like in Battle DX3, not Battle DX, in Adventure DX or the original, but like for some reason like the mesh on her dress has been like flip flopping quite a bit in this run through.
I blame the mod.
Yeah, it could be a matter of the mod, or maybe that's just how it always was in the original game.
I don't mind though.
Probably in the original game.
I don't mind though.
I don't. It's like it looks like the Dreamcast model. It's fine. And one day we will learn what is going on with Gamma.
We'll see what exactly is going on inside all that circuitry.
I need support hotlines.
I mean, look at him. He's just even he knows the art of hyperventilating.
Also, I noticed in
Yeah.
one of the jail cells there's a weird egg.
Yep, that is an egg you can take over to.
Jump on it.
Ah, right. You'd think Amy's hammer
There
would do
you
just
go.
as well.
You think?
Nope.
Don't break it.
No, I want to break the egg. Let me break the egg.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ah!
Dope.
Oh.
Wow, that's one sturdy egg.
So
Yeah.
James, what is that?
You can take that over to the one of the game's 3 child gardens and breed it if you feel like. Again, we're not doing the child garden shit in the Sonic Adventure, mostly because it would that may as well be a playthrough in and of. That will be a
That'd take too long.
That's fair. It's an extraneous bonus feature.
completely extraneous, and none of us here have the exact patience to commit to that whole thing.
So now, Whack-A-Mole.
She's destroying Sonic.
Yep, now we get to play this awesome game. And we have to reach a certain score threshold if we want to get out of here.
Running out of time.
Just give me another Supersonic.
By the way, my clicking's not too loud, is it?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it may be picked up later, but I think for now.
Okay, that's it. I reached the score threshold.
What do you think about that, Eggman?
I can't believe this is happening! My high score!
By the way, I'd like to bring this up to the audience real quick, and well, I guess you guys as well.
Warrior feather.
Notice that the moment Amy literally got in here, he pretty much was already aware that she escaped.
Yeah, and instead
Keep
of
this in mind for a later character story.
could have put down a lockdown, but fine. So now we can do a spin attack.
Which honestly means absolutely nothing, because you can only really spin while keeping yourself still.
It's funny.
Most badniks normally.
Ooh.
It's funny because it's pretty useful in Sonic Heroes, actually.
Yeah.
Well, don't you do it in midair in Sonic Heroes?
Yeah, in midair. At least you want to get more distance.
Right. I mean, that at least makes more sense. You're actually using it while you're on the move, because most badniks aren't even going to bother actually approaching you.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like what would probably make that move better is instead of needing to twirl the stick and hold down the button, what if it's just a matter of you just holding the button, and it'd be like, you know, while you're moving and holding the button, it could be like a similar mechanic to like Crash's like a Super Death Tornado.
I mean, yeah, that's more or less how I would do it. Because, you know, again, the biggest problem is that you're completely stationary while using it. And then after a while, you just get dizzy, which, you know, that's like the last thing you want to be in this whole thing. So, welcome to the one level of the entire game that the Fab Threesome never get to touch. And as such, is automatically a pretty mad level, all things considered. Hot Shelter.
Whoa.
It's mostly slow, and there's some things to it, but yeah, it's really just. I think it's really just Amy and Big who get to come here.
Amy, Big, and Gamma get to go through this level, and I'll always give Gamma credit in that his version of the level is easily the most interesting. Otherwise, with Amy and Big, it's a bit of a slog.
Yeah.
Damn, you had a little deer go after you.
In fact, I'd honestly say it's the biggest slog with Amy, because she goes through the entire. Well, she goes through at least the vast majority of it.
So,
Does it?
So, to get her involved in conversations, I think most people know what the guys think of it. Sam's made it no secret what she thinks of her. Seely, what are your thoughts on Amy as a character, whether it be through this or just your experience with Amy in general?
With Amy, for me, just based on the years I've known of and been a fan of Sonic, Amy's kind of hit and miss for me.
Okay. Do you have any favorite iterations of Amy you like?
Well, my first exposure to her was in the dub of Sonic X.
Yeah, that was pretty true to what she used to be like, especially here.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, years and years ago, back when I first started voice acting, someone wanted me to voice Amy for them in, like, this really crappy animation that they did. It's not on YouTube anymore, but it was the weirdest thing ever. It was like, I can't even remember what it was about. I think it was, like, Amy in a car, Sonic farting, and then Amy going, Sonic!
It sounds like at best juvenile humor, and at worst something you don't need to be doing.
Well, like I said, this was back years ago. This was like maybe 2008, 2009.
And honestly, I feel like that's a bit of a shame that that's like the only time, because like I could say from experience helping you put your Sonic reel together that I actually think you can make a really good Amy.
Oh, thank you.
Does it?
I can imagine Amy can't be that hard to do an impression of. Like, she's just your typical perky girl.
Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty easy to do,
And,
honestly.
Well, especially with more
Maybe
recent.
not that easily, but yeah.
No, what was it?
I forget, didn't both Amy Burnaba, how do you pronounce her last name?
No,
which
she
one you're
did.
talking
No,
about?
she didn't do Amy. She did Charmy.
Oh,
only.
am I thinking of Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa Ortiz
is it
was
Lisa or
Amy.
Lisa Ortiz.
Ortiz, yeah.
Well, so that's the other thing, though, of note is that, especially with the more modern takes on Amy, her voice has gotten her voice has gotten less nasally over time, I think.
Yeah.
It did.
Over
I mean,
time,
honestly,
yeah.
I'd say the most nasally she ever was with Lisa Ortiz's performance. And, like, not to say she was bad at it, just the most noticeable about it.
Do you guys
Right.
remember that time we started watching Sonic Boom as a group?
I remember we watched some of I do remember that we watched a few of the episodes, and then,
I like
feel
how
like we
ridiculous
stopped-
the humor is. I gotta get back to watching
I
that.
feel like we stopped a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I mean-
I thought you were gone, or...
Also to backtrack a bit, Steve, I didn't say my full opinions on Amy. I jokingly say that I hate her.
well, I mean, how much of that would you say is accurate?
I didn't like her in the earlier years when she was just obsessed with Sonic and that's it. That was her whole character arc. But
I thought that's what she was all about, and I think that's why I didn't like her for the longest time. I thought she was a really shallow character.
But in Frontiers, I actually really like her a lot. I even said this when I watched Doug play Frontiers. I was like, oh wow, I actually like Amy a little more here. Because she's actually a grounded fucking character.
I mean, yeah, and I'll say, like, post-Sonic Generations, I think out of all the characters in the entire franchise, Amy got the biggest glow-up.
Well, and also you got the redemption of Knuckles over there too in Frontiers, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Knuckles took a little bit to get there, too, considering, he was pretty much seen as the thick-headed dumbass for the longest time.
I feel like a large part of Knuckles' redemption was more so from the movie than the game.
Yeah, I'll agree to that, because, I mean,
Yeah.
beforehand you had the likes of... well, Generations, he was fine. Lost Worlds, they barely used him there much. He didn't have much of any significance there.
And boom goes without saying.
We don't talk about forces.
And then, yeah, Forces happened. Where he literally caused most of his whole platoon to fucking die.
Yep.
Operation Big Wave.
And made a joke out of it, too.
And you know what? Sad thing is, I'm sure that there are certain... I would say there are some people that would still prefer that over Boom Knuckles, but that would require people to be positive about forces, and they're convinced they'll go into a stroke if they do that.
But I like Boom
Most
Knuckles.
people get screwed right off, because Boom Knuckles was awesome.
No, I'm talking about being positive about forces they'll go to a stroke doing.
Oh,
Well, whatever the case, I still think Boom Knuckles, when he works, really did work.
Yeah.
He was still a thick-headed dumbass, but he also had plenty of heart, too.
I just thought of a fourth wall break that was from Sonic Boom. You seem to be a little short. That's not what the fans say.
The sad thing is
But
that...
alas, that is the second level of Amy's done, and believe it or not, we'll only have one more after this.
Okay, yeah, she is relatively short. Okay.
Yeah?
Easily the. Technically, she's the second shortest out of all the characters.
Oh, boy.
But that's only because most of her story is less about gameplay and more about the story,
Right.
which in and of itself, we've said already before, the characters that have the most primary involvement in the story are the main three. Everyone else kind of feels like they just have their own story on the sides. I mean, that don't really contribute much.
Gamma is the best one, I will say that much, in terms of story.
Even if I don't think it serves as much of the overall picture. Now, with Amy's trip to this here forgotten past, it actually tricks you, because you're not supposed to be here. You're actually supposed to go through here to reach the Emerald Altar.
Really makes me wonder why they did that.
I think they did that just to screw with the player, at least at first. Because there's nothing telling you can actually go through there and reach here.
Run, Amy.
Yeah, it'll be some time before Amy learns to actually keep up with the rest of her pack.
Run, Amy, run!
Fucking run!
Oh, look, Lil Chow.
Hello.
Look at them.
They're so pudgy.
Uh-oh, their fight or flight response kicked in.
Oh no.
You're safe with me.
Wah.
Come here, you.
Aw.
Well, at the very least, for those that don't want to give care to the Child Garden, at least they give us times in the story where we actually get to see them be themselves.
Yeah, that's nice. It's like,
And
oh
the
boy.
spirit of chaos looks on in approval.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
there he is.
Oh.
Arise, beast.
Chicken arise.
Rise.
This still really hits different after playing Frontiers, but again, that's something we'll get into another time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm dreaming.
Probably not.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I need to
Oh,
get
that's
out
definitely
of
going to
this
be interesting when we get to Frontiers. I think I know I told Celie this. I think Logan told her this first actually, but I think because of certain things that they drop in Frontiers, I feel like Celie might get a kick out of going through that.
Where do you think you're going?
I mean, that may as well just be our, for lack of a better word, attempt at doing something at least somewhat similar to Breath of the Wild, if nothing else.
Yeah.
You can't get away this
Anyway, Eggman caught us.
I mean,
Yes.
I still have Breath of the Wild footage if you guys want to do something with it.
I mean, I'm not against that, but there is a part of me that feels like Breath of the Wild would be a game that would be more fun to do live than pre.
Yeah, it's just
True.
that's still being an investment in of itself, considering it's a
Long
assuming
game.
you're not going for even if you're not going for everything, that's still like 40 hours worth.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
And I was actually ballsy enough to record and collect all the Korok seeds.
Hello.
Hang on, I
Oh.
want to see if Eggman says it in this one.
of these annoying
Okay, he doesn't. Like, I could have sworn that there was one playthrough where he just goes full on Long John, like, eradicate!
Doesn't he say that in Gamma's campaign?
I think that might be Gamma's campaign, because I don't remember that happening in Tails or Sonic's campaign. At least not right away.
Stop, Mr. Robot.
Also, stop, Sonic.
Beep.
I mean, in all fairness, Sonic wasn't there to see us actually try to give it feelings. And now he's gonna give him the coup de grace.
Please stop.
No.
Hold your horses!
Please stop. No.
Amy, what the fuck?
I'm
Again?
not expecting that.
It's like, leave him alone!
Me before,
No.
but letting me
I wasn't
escape
prepared for that.
robot is different. You don't need to hurt him, okay?
I wasn't prepared for that, but I can respect it.
Fair enough.
You
Amy.
literally just took a few shots at me, Amy. Come on.
I guess I'll let him go then.
I trust your judgment.
I heavily trust your judgment. In a lot of fucking concern.
We're fresh out of time. Take Amy and
Yeah, don't be too concerned. What about you?
You know what? This is something I'll probably bring up a little more into detail when we get to Gamma's campaign. But, how do I put this? I feel like if I were to rewrite the Sonic Adventure story in any way, I feel like maybe having...
Oh my
I
god,
feel
he's
like
excited.
the whole...
You okay?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, wouldn't you be when the whole place is about to blow
I
up?
was about to say, like,
just-
I think he's doing that because he's still a little messed up from when Sonic beat him up.
Returning your favor.
And also all the happy feely stuff that Amy told him earlier.
Kind of man.
I am now
But yeah, no, like
excited.
with all this dialogue in particular, it's like I don't know. Part of me feels like maybe it'd be cooler if Amy and Gamma stuck around as opposed to separating like they're about to here.
Yeah, it would have been a
Because
neat
I feel like both of their campaigns would be much better conjointed with each other, considering what all they go through.
Also, Amy, nobody needed a fucking panty shot. Thank you very much. Nobody asked for this.
It's
Anyway,
gonna
I
keep
think-
happening.
I think the only problem I see with that is that if you want to do, like, Gamma doing this subplot of... I'm not going to say what it is, but if you want Gamma to do, like, this subplot that takes up the rest of his campaign, like, would he still be able to do that if he's sticking around with Amy?
I would say so. In fact, I'd say if anything else, maybe not have tail. Maybe she. I feel
But
like
then you
there's
could- I mean,
something
you could always
there.
do-
Like, I feel,
you could always
like
do
there has to
something
be
where-
something that makes the two work. Because otherwise, I think separating them and having them do their own thing feels like a disservice.
You could always do something where at the start of each of their stages, maybe Zero
Aye.
chases after her. Yeah, where Zero chases after. Hi. And that's what separates them, but they keep reuniting with each other after they fight and stuff. with Zero.
Again, again, it's something we can get a little more deeper into when we get to Gamma's campaign because it's a little more relevant. But it's like,
What? No, you don't.
I feel like Amy would actually be a big help with his whole, for lack of a better word, spiritual journey. And also considering that now we're going to have a whole subplot where Amy's going to help the bird find his family.
Speaking of which,
Hey, a pet.
Also, Amy's just like,
Oh.
I need to be more independent. Several games later.
So I'll help you find your family.
Well, she kind of did. She kind of tried to in SA2. Big word being kinda. It kind of stopped after she helped Sonic escape, like break out of prison.
It's like I'll let you go if you marry me.
Find your family.
well, that was meant to be a joke, she said, and
Fuck no.
yeah, I was about to say that was meant to be like just a little joke. And to be fair, she did help out by the end by convincing Shadow to help out Sonic.
Check it out.
Right.
Shadow, help out my bitch.
The fuck? You're a bitch.
Real talk, I would hate to see you two write a Sonic story together.
What, me and Doug? Nah, it'd be funny.
Oh my god.
I'm curious how that would turn out, actually.
It would be funny, sure, but it would be for all the wrong reasons.
You think I'm a writer?
Now I kind of want to dare you two to do a dramatic fanfic reading.
Oh,
No.
no.
Do it. I second Logan. Do it.
Oh,
No.
fuck's sakes.
What comedy group was it that did those dramatic fanfic reading, including the famous My Immortal fanfic?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
Anyway, you may be wondering why we're here. Because Amy was able to deduce that the bird was able to fly away from the egg carrier. And as far as we're concerned, the egg carrier might have launched itself somewhere around here.
And so if we find it, we hopefully find the other birds that did not die in the crash.
I don't remember
Yeah.
this bridge.
I mean, to be honest, Logan, if you want to see more of me and Doug just shit posting it, you can catch that at Sonic Revo whenever our characters come together, which is rarely ever.
Oh god, I just got a fucking flashback of when you guys said fanfics, and I was like, oh no.
You just
That's Silver
No,
Sonic.
it's something I read years ago. I did not
Sonic,
like.
Sonic.
Oh no.
Hyper
There's
metal.
Metal Sonic.
I wanted to shoot.
Boy. Yeah, we don't care about him. Oh, do you know the trick to go? Do you know the trick to get inside the case with them?
No.
See that little oh, careful now. I think it's like if you see that Eggman thing there on the left.
Yes.
Jump. I think it's you jump on top of it. Oh wait, no. I'm remembering now. Go all the way to the left.
Her left or your
Let's see if I
left?
can find our left. So like this machine right here, I believe you can jump behind it, like jumping up and over those green bars. I remember doing this on the original Dreamcast, and like you could like clip yourself into the background by doing it. Oh god, why?
But should we really be wasting time doing it?
Okay, fine. I'm saying it is possible. I'm saying it is absolutely possible to do that, and then you could get behind there, and then since those glass canisters are not actually solid on the rear side of them, only on the front, then you can actually go right there, and you'll then be in the tank with the Metal Sonic of your choice. Also, final stage already.
Yep, the final egg.
How long have you been recording now?
30 minutes.
It's only been past a half hour, Sealy.
Oh, good. Christmas, we've
It's
been
a lot
doing
shorter
these
than
for a long,
Tails'
long-
campaign, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, again, Amy's is pretty much a cliff note out of the entire lot.
She's literally the shortest.
Just like she was in Sonic Adventure 2, but that's besides the point.
Well, it's almost like you couldn't even play as her in Sonic Adventure 2 unless you were playing the multiplayer shit.
Yeah. And honestly, Sealy, that like the only reason that Amy's is as long as it is because of the story. Like if it wasn't for that, she outright would be the shortest. Now, if you want to see something even shorter, there's also Big.
I think Biggs like has this long. Oh my gosh, I think Biggs is actually longer than hers by a little bit because at least it takes place earlier in the story than Amy's.
Well, again, to be fair, they also skip a lot of shit when it comes to Big Story.
Right, he has no idea about any of the story.
If you know how to cheese it, then yeah, you can beat Big Story without a flat.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Where are we
elevator any
waiting
day
on?
now.
Oh, there we go.
I don't like how that elevator moves.
That's very cumbersome.
At least we were able to get on the damn thing this time, unlike Sonic.
Sonic Price.
Like, it was such dumb luck I was
Oh,
actually
shit.
able to cross the checkpoint threshold by falling off the damn thing.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Hi, I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. I went on the Orient Express and found myself murdered.
I'm Sonic.
But
Now you might be
Go ahead.
absolutely. Go ahead.
Now you might be wondering how I found myself in such a crazy predicament. Play the game yourself.
Yeah, play the game
Again,
yourself.
again, absolutely more on that later. But what are these
After all,
spotlights?
it's free.
What are these spotlights doing?
Hi, I'm Sonic
I'm
the
not sure,
Hedgehog.
really.
The fitness gram pacer test.
Is the game gonna be that mean to me?
Wait,
Am I gonna have to?
Oh, is this
open
random?
up-
Is this complete random chance?
It's completely random.
Wow, I didn't think the game could do that with the in-game level models. No.
Not this one.
No. No.
If you were doing one of the trial missions, because there is one where you have to beat under a time limit, this could very much be the make or break thing.
Jesus.
Well, thank goodness we're not, because I think it literally is the last door you're gonna check, which is over to the left.
Yeah, it was. Of course, it had to be the last fucking door.
Is this it?
It has to be. It's the only one left.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like I don't remember that being randomized.
What if there was just one last big fuck you from Eggman? Like, no.
Yeah, I never
Oh,
remember that being
Oh, Jesus.
randomized.
Let's get out of here.
I would say, at the very least, from what
I
we've
said,
been seeing.
let's get out of here.
Oh my gosh!
There you
I would
go.
say this whole time, I noticed you've been using the hammer. Can you actually, like, at the very least, how good is it for stunning Zero?
It punks him down pretty easily, and he
Okay.
does stay down for like a couple seconds before he gets back on the chase. Though I think it is possible for him to become invulnerable to it after a while if he takes too many hits.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a glitch or an intentional gameplay design thing. So whatever, use it sparingly. Unfortunately, this entire trip was a waste.
Yeah, because there were no burbs around.
Nope, just a whole bunch of scrap. But now Amy's got the bright idea of, oh, that's right, you flew off the egg carrier. We should go back there.
Why didn't you
Why not?
start there?
Though there is one problem with your sound logic, Amy. The damn thing was literally crashing down to the ocean floor.
And you can't swim none.
You don't know that.
Not true. Not true. Sonic X clarified that she can swim. In fact, I think she was going to be the one to teach Sonic how to swim until he just, being the stubborn punk he is, goes all, nope.
He
I
literally
think-
like coaxes, coerces her. Like he basically like literally just goes, "Hey Amy, like if you don't teach me how to swim, I will go on a date with you," kind of
It's
shit.
just like, I like him being a lot more. I like him being a lot more pathetic, like the freaking vulture. No.
Actually,
No,
I'm
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
remember,
no,
wasn't
no,
it-
no, 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 no.
I might be thinking of a different episode, but wasn't that whole point of it like he was sweet talking Amy to teach him to swim so he can get out of being a part of a cruise with Chris?
I think so.
That might have been a different episode.
I don't know. I just remember one with him on a boat and he was flirting with Amy, trying to like convince her to not let him swim or something like that.
Lily smash him out as far away from the ship as possible with her hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, James, I know we got the warrior feather. Also, thank you for not getting lost like I did so many times in this forest. I know that you got the warrior feather. Most people usually have 2 trinkets. Is there another one that Amy can find?
There is another one that Amy can't get, but unfortunately that is one we might have to skip out on because that will require going back to the egg carrier, and once we get there, pretty much the climax of the story is about to start.
Oh,
So you might... Actually, no, I think it's only possible to get that power up through post-game.
Interesting. Because I was gonna say yeah, because if you do it the first time you go to the egg carrier, you're already in prison, and it's just a straight hallway immediately into a level that immediately goes into a cutscene.
And
So-
safe because it does, yes, it does involve you to play another game of the whack-a-mole shit that Eggman had earlier. And I don't think it's possible to do it on the exact same. Basically, you can't do it while you're still trying to escape, because I think you could only do that like once.
And we got here, and it is automatically final boss. So,
Yeah, so no extended hammer for us, which honestly I don't mind. I kind of hate the way that thing sounds when you whack at things with it.
the family.
There they are.
Look at them.
They're all reunited, and it's gonna be a
What's that
happy ending for the
targeting
little
thing
bird.
Oh.
Herb.
Oh,
Zero killed the burb.
Or at the very least, gave him a good wallop.
Idiot, how could you do this?
who's gonna pay your
Whack.
bills anymore? Oh,
And that was the day a certain fire in Amy's heart became unleashed. That's it. No more backing down. It's now or never.
Now I'm just thinking of like the whole thing, like, oh, was it Alien or Aliens, where it's like she's all like getting
Aliens
away
again.
from her.
Yeah, that was Alien 1.
You bitch!
Yeah, how do we beat him?
Bitch!
Oh god.
Basically, knock him into the electric fence. His hit me spot will be exposed, and you can whack him there and actually damage him.
It's such a common video game trope of how these bosses handle it, but I've never heard it before. I've never heard it referred to as the hit me spot before, but that is 100% what that is.
I mean, I would have called it the other thing, but I mean, honestly, I'm going to save all the vulgar shit for Sam.
That's fair.
Thanks, James. I appreciate it.
And game 1.
And done, naturally. But with that said, that's it. 0 is finished.
How could I have lost to this scum?
Thank you, Germa.
I'm just saying, you should have used Nova Bomb.
Oh, Germa was fantastic.
Use Nova Bomb.
I would say that's the other thing. Whoever did that voice could absolutely be a fill-in for Krang.
I think that is like the guy that made the show.
Oh my! Anyway.
I win.
Oh,
But that's what?
Oh no! Oh, she said.
Oh no.
She's so sad. She walked up like so quickly,
saw
but
I was
sadly.
Honestly, there's a
biggest
bunch of
one I've ever seen.
expressions that I love.
Wait,
Like,
hold up,
yeah, that's right.
guys, look, the bird. He's trying to fly again. He might still be okay after all. What do you say to that, Doug?
What?
Fall.
Well,
There you go. You may have to move that around a little bit. But there was something more beautiful about silence. Doug, huh? The bird just immediately lost power.
You could just put what I said and then put that around it.
Right.
I mean, that's fun. I mean, it's funny. That's funny too. But I'll think of something. But don't worry, the Flickies are fine, and they'll get to fly away to wherever life takes them.
it'll take them back to a robot again.
Oh, yeah, actually, I just realized. No, the son and father Flicky will live their lives in peace. The pink Flicky, on the other hand, will be Amy's sidekick for Sonic Prime.
all right.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, the giant one. I was like, Seely,
Yes.
it flew away.
Get my gun.
Damn.
Actually, that's another Sonic thing I think is Silly might get a kick out of Prime.
I still need to watch Prime, actually. I haven't still watched it, and I need to start doing that.
Whoa.
It's by no means a game changer like the movies are, but I think it's a pretty solid show in spite of that.
Other
It's
thing
pretty
that
good.
just popped into my head. Other thing that popped into my head that I've been seeing recently is that one animator on YouTube who animates ghost stories scenes with the Sonic characters. Because I want to say the lead girl in Ghost Stories is played by Amy's actress.
Really? Oh, really?
I'm looking that up.
Wait, her adventure actress or her Poor Kids actress?
I'm looking that up now. While I'm looking it up, Sam, your thoughts on Amy?
I mean, she still set my my whole area on fire. I'm not gonna ever forgive her for that. But no, all jokes aside, I like her in Frontiers and the comics, but in the earlier stages she can be a little obnoxious. But I am glad that like looking back on it now, I don't actively hate her.
I mean, honestly, this isn't even really the worst she ever got.
No, the worst was Sonic Battle.
Yeah, no, Sonic Battle was damn near unforgivable.
Yeah, Sonic Battle and certain portions of X.
Yeah, no, those were the unforgivable ones.
Like that's the point where they really pushed her obsession for Sonic to a damn near uncomfortable place.
Yeah, she literally tried starving herself just to get his attention.
Well, I think it was... Oh yeah, because she was doing like that whole extreme like fitness thing.
Yeah, so she starved herself and passed out multiple times.
Let's remember here, for the majority of that whole campaign, she was wearing weights underneath her shoes.
Right, ankle weights.
Okay, so apologies, she was not Amy. I guess her performance just sounded very similar to Amy. However, for Seely, the lead actress in Ghost Stories is the one who played who did all the little pitiful whines and moans of Menchie in XL Saga.
Oh yeah. What was her name?
Hillary Hogg.
Hillary Hogg. That's what. She also voiced in an anime. It was actually one of my first exposures to her. Yamada's first time.
Oh yeah.
Also, we'll say real quick while we're on Amy's credit sequence, I'm more or less preaching to the choir at this point. The instrumental of this song is fantastic, but
Yes.
the vocals, on the other hand, could been
The
been
vocals
better
are
after the-
weird.
Yeah, they could have been left out.
It's a
No
little-
one would have batted an eye.
It's a little sassy, but yeah, no. But
Then they mentioned something about shaving a sphinx.
And painting herself blue.
what?
Yeah, that's an actual lyric where she says, "Won't mind painting myself blue for you."
Fucking yandere.
That's my expression to that lyric right there, Amy. I'm like, what the hell was that? That don't make sense at all.
Did I really say that?
Amy, no. Bad. Go to horny jail.
But yeah, no. But yeah,
it's my birthday!
but yeah, no. Beyond that, yeah. No. Otherwise, the jazz music is so
Oh,
is so
give a
nice.
shit if it's your birthday. Fuck off, Amy.
And I don't know if I already mentioned. And I don't know if I already mentioned this. I don't understand. I think we talked about it definitely in Tales, I think, but I do not understand why Amy, Gamma, and Big the Cat get to have freaking like epiphanies of the past via
Yeah,
the
I
screen.
don't get it either.
I mean, Amy, I don't think is the most offensive case of that. Gamma and Big, on the other hand, most definitely. But that's something we can get to later. And I'll reiterate my thoughts on Amy's campaign. I think it's, for the most part, okay. It really didn't need to be there in the long run. And I mean, Amy's gameplay, goes without saying, is a bit too much of a slog for my tastes. I just think if ever this game did get the remake treatment, I think are some abridgments that should be made. Like maybe mesh Sonic and Tails. I definitely mesh Amy with Gamma, because I think that both of their subplots are more or less much more intertwined than most people give credit.
Okay.
And I mean, Big the Cat, well, he may as well just be
DLC.
a mockable DLC for all I care.
I suppose so.
And I mean, Dual Knuckles goes without saying. I mean, they needed to give him a much more story.
Oh, that's right. I had to find that clip for you guys.
I love that face of her just going like, "Yeah."
But yeah, at this point I realize I'm already saying all my final thoughts on the game as a whole before we even get to the final portion of the game. My bad.
Whoops.
Don't worry, we'll forget about it by then.
Probably.
And
Maybe.
forget about it.
But alas, that is the end of Amy's very interesting, probably the other interesting day in Amy's life.
Oh, the bag ripped.
And now she's back to just being a normal city.
A normal city. You know what? She is a normal city. Fuck her.
Welcome to the city of Amy Rose.
So that does explain the towers.
What? Jesus Lord Almighty. Alright, on that note, so I'm gonna be real here. Next session, I'm kind of debating which of the next two campaigns I should do first. Should I do Gamma's first?
Big.
Or should I do Big the
Big.
Cat? You want to do
Big.
Big? You want to do Big next?
Just do
Yeah.
big.
Well, I think you got
That's
your
it, yeah.
unanimous vote.
Okay, fair. Well, all right. You know what? That's fair. I'll sort of deviate from my original. I'll deviate from my original playthrough and do Big the Cat next. Though that being said, don't be surprised if a certain sheep make a cameo for that one.
Oh boy.
Who the fuck's
I'm
the
sure-
sheep? And can I eat
Sure you-
them?
No.
If Hype has anything to say
So
about it,
funny.
he will fight to the death to make sure she don't get eaten.
Yeah, but I'm a fox in nature, so I have to eat her logistically. So
Foxes can eat other things.
Foxes can eat other things. Why shouldn't they?
With all that said, we'll see you all next time for the filler episode with Big the Cat.
Yay! Amy needs some makeup for property damages.
Bye bye.
Bye.